Hi everybody, Brandon Carter with Greens and Growth here. I wanted to talk today a little bit about something that's been plaguing me, we'll say, for the past few weeks or so. I want to talk a little bit about the inconvenient aspects of starting a new business. You see, people like to talk about the difficulties of starting a new business, how you're going to have to find money to buy equipment and product, and you're going to have to deal with customers and figure out what they want and how to meet those needs, and you're going to have to deal with time constraints, meeting certain deadlines. You're going to have to deal with stocking issues. You're going to have to deal with a learning curve, often a very steep learning curve. Now, people talk about that, but they don't really talk a lot about the inconvenient aspects of starting a new business. See, while you're learning all this, you're having to do other things. You're having to fit all of this new stuff that you're putting to work in your life into an already existing life schedule. Now, I say life schedule. Most of you might feel like you don't have much of a consistent life schedule. Maybe you work a job that's not necessarily a 9 to 5. Maybe you work a job where you go in the morning some days, you work for a few hours some days. Maybe you go to work at night and work a few hours. Sometimes you work a double. If you're like me and you work at a restaurant, schedule tends to change pretty regularly. But still, even though I have an inconsistent work schedule, I have a fairly systemized life. And I'll give you an example. When I wake up in the morning and I go to the bathroom, the first thing I do is go to the bathroom, turn the shower on, take my shower. While I'm in the shower, I wash my hair first, rinse my hair, wash my body, get out, dry off, often after standing in the shower and enjoying the hot water for 5 minutes or so. Then I go from there and I brush my teeth, put on deodorant, and so on and so forth. But I almost always do this in the exact same order, and I bet if you pay attention to your own daily ritual, you'll do the same thing, at least within a few steps of one another. Maybe you switch the order one day, but generally speaking, there's a fairly systemized process here. And I bet if you pay attention to the rest of your day, there's a lot of things that you've systemized. See, the reason why we do that, we fall into a specific habit, is because once we have a system, we don't have to think about it. One thing flows into the next thing. Small chunks of processes become larger chunks of processes, and they take less mental resources, they take less decision making, less energy to accomplish. So, a new system, like a business, fitting into an existing system, your already existing life, takes some tweaking. And at first, you're not going to have much of a system, especially if you're learning as you go. You're trying to master something. You're trying to build a system. And then you're trying to fit that system into the system that is your life. Now, things at first, they're going to be very inconvenient. For instance, let's say you have to take out the trash regularly, and your dumpster is about 100 yards from your house. That's inconvenient. It takes up time. Maybe you have to go down a couple flights of stairs to get there. That's more time. That's more inconvenient, especially if you're taking multiple trips. That's going to be bothersome. That's going to frustrate you. At first, you're going to look at, man, how do I limit all these trips to the trash? I'm making a lot of trash. How do I limit all these trips? Trying to work out a system in your head. There's going to be a lot of these things that happen. And these inconveniences to your life, the things that are really going to bother you, that are going to stress you out, are going to come from you trying to build a system. Now, sometimes you do that as a result of stress, but if you really want to streamline this and reduce the stress level on yourself, you do it ahead of time. Now, if you look behind me, I don't know how well you can see it from here, but I have on the top shelf there, I have a list of what I do from day to day. I have systemized the things that I need to get done on a day-to-day basis. And the reason I've done that is because I work, and here about an hour, I'm going to go to my full-time job. And while I'm there, I don't want to worry about, did I plant the wheatgrass today? Did I move the plants into light that needed to be moved into light? Wait, did I do everything that I was supposed to do for today? I did, because I can look on the board behind me about an hour before I go to work, and I can say, cool, done that, cool, done that. Stress-free, my day is done. My new business is done for this day. So I can do that every day of the week, and I don't have to worry, oh my God, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need to find 2 more hours in this day. I'm gonna have to stay up until 2 in the morning tonight to get this done, because I will have planned ahead. I will know where I need to block off my time so that I can get everything accomplished. I will have taken that inconvenient aspect and systemized it and placed it into my life so that I can make things work better. So maybe I know that I'm going to take a bunch of steps to the trash that are 100 yards from my house. So maybe I can buy an extra trash can. I can start filling that up, and then once it's full, I only have to make one trip instead of taking multiple trips down there. Maybe I know that these stairs are a little more than I like to deal with, so maybe I don't put as much in the trash bag when I go down, so it's not quite so heavy. I systemize things. I know where my limits are and where things are most convenient. So my recommendation for people that are starting out new businesses or dealing with new things in their life that they didn't expect, systemize it. Take a look at the individual steps, break it down, maybe by week, maybe just by the day. Break it down by each individual step, and then you'll be able to see how to more easily fit it into your life. So I want to thank everyone for taking your time and listening to this, and congratulations to all of you that are out there in the marketplace trying to increase your value and help people and grow your own worth, whether financially or just knowledge-wise. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for liking and following Greens and Growth and helping us help our community. So with that, I'm out. Y'all have a good day, and we'll